Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Tech on Target. In today's video, we will see how we can deploy Jenkins on Kubernetes. In screen, you are seeing a diagram on that we are configuring a Jenkins in the namespace DevOps tool. And here we have a service count of admin associated with it, and we are accessing it via a service uh, which uh, we will create to access the pod of the Jenkins, and all the data like pipeline and its log, its previous build will be and in other information, its workspace will be stored in the PV, which is present local. So diagram is very simple, and it's very easy to deploy it on Kubernetes. For today, I have taken I found this uh, tutorial, or you can say blog on DevOps Cube. It's not a paid promotion. I found this, so I thought that I can share it with you. It's a blog how to set up Jenkins on Kubernetes cluster, beginner. So in that, we have already seen the flow. You can say architecture diagram or flow diagram, whatever you say that of high level. Now we will see what we can do else more. We will set up Jenkins in Kubernetes cluster. For that, we will create a cluster, create a service count with the Kubernetes admin permissions, create a local persistent volume for we have already seen that, create a deployment YAML, deploy it for our pod deployment, create a service, and then access the Jenkins on a node pod. So that's the agenda for today video. Uh, if you pre-request is like that, you have some knowledge of using Kubernetes and little bit understanding of Jenkins, what it's do, then you are okay, good to go. It's saying that clone this repo. Under that, we will find our manifest file. That's my virtual machine. I will just paste over here and do one thing. Open it on VS Code. Yes, I authorize. Then we have deployment YAML, namespace YAML, service YAML, service count YAML, and volume YAML. All this study material belongs to DevOps Cube. So I'm sharing this all the information from DevOps Cube. I'm not uh, taking any copyright of that. Okay. So this diagram we have already seen. We are ready with the manifest file. Now here you see that create a namespace for Jenkins is good to categorize all the DevOps tool as a separate namespace from other application. So it's better practice as namespace provide us the logical separation. Here, if you can see, we have a demo EKS cluster deployed in AWS, which is version 1.25, and other information is there. We have two worker nodes. Uh, if I give you more information about our channel, we made DevOps video, and we made different kind of content like AWS, Azure, uh, Kubernetes, Terraform. You can watch and get benefited. And if you have any, you can say, if you have any feedback, please share. So let's start the demo. kubectl create namespace dev2. Open the terminal. Yes, new terminal. It's saying that namespace. Currently, if I show you, uh, no, we have two no worker nodes are there. So where we will now we have DevOps tool namespace YAML. If I show you namespace YAML, if we apply the namespace YAML, same will be done. So whatever you want, you can choose. You can do this approach, or you can use declarative approach by YAML file. Most of the time we will YAML, we will use YAML file. Now move to next one. Just we have created the first step as a namespace. Then we have service count before doing deployment. We will use the service count. Here you can see that we are creating a cluster of Jenkins admin, which have the permission of to all resources, uh, and whatever action he can do, all action. Then we have given the AK version. Uh, we are creating a service account, and we will using this by cluster role binding. Here you see that it is a cluster role, means we are giving Jenkins admin permission over all the namespaces. If you have seen, we have just created one Jenkins here. Sorry, one namespace for DevOps room. Here we are doing the installation or whatever the deployment of pods or whatever service component we have seen, but we are giving its, uh, you can say, authorizing it to do operation on all the, we can say, all these namespaces. Here, why we are doing this? Because if we have may have to apply it over, we can say, we may have to apply it over multiple namespaces. Like we have to do deployment, like CI, our CI program may run on different namespaces. One second. Depend upon, okay, let me see the other side. Here is the kubectl apply -i service name, service file name or manifest file name. That is our manifest file, service count.yaml, same file which we have seen there. Yeah, let's get created. It's a cluster, it's not a namespace specific. Then we have, well, volume.yaml and copy the following persistent. Yeah, okay. Kind storage class, we are first defining the storage class. Under that storage class, we will claim, or we will make that persistent volume. You can say that Jenkins PV volume is that name. It's a local storage class. Then we are putting a claim. We are referencing it a claim that can GI read write once. One person can read write. We are mounting it on a slash mount path and node affinity we have provided there. Value worker node 01. Okay, its match expression is required. Okay, if it is required, should give label. Okay, let's check. Then we have the persistent volume claim in the last. We are making the persistent claim of 3G. Same manifest file we will be having there. Here. Okay, we replace worker not zero with any. Okay, but so it might not work. Once again, that's our volume.yaml. Key is host name. Okay. Oh, key we can give size equal to large, as I don't want to change the host name, so I will do that. kubectl cat nodes then kubectl label its name size equal to large. Okay, so command should be uh, okay, one second. Let's give it import, then see. Hmm, so why we are getting this error? Just a simple error. Uh, we just it's saying that it, we don't have any resource type of this. So what you can do, you have to mention the resource just like this. Okay. Now if you I think show labels is the one. My guys must have that particular key. Yeah, that size equal to large and other at same space don't have. Okay, that's fine. We have that. Now, why we are doing this node affinity? Because we are using the local storage, and in it might be case that Jenkins port get deleted because port's life cycle is very short. So we don't want if it's not get live on this node, and if it get live deployed on second time on other node, it will not have that location of the file, which uh, will lead to loss of our data. So while we are deploying it over here on our local, but we should manage it such way that that data should be persist. Okay, we can go with the kubectl-f volume.yaml. Okay, it's corrected. Now we have deployment.yaml. Deployment. We have to deploy Jenkins as a pod. Uh, we most in the production we don't make this. We don't uh, make the deployment of you. Either you make stateful set of Jenkins. Here, just to deploy for a beginner who is doing it first time, it can go with the we can say as an deployment, and you can check. But in the front case, we are just using our local. Uh, we can say local persistent volume, local storage only, because I don't want build to be increased. Okay, here I have explained you the port deployment. So let's see what it's saying. API order V1, it's okay. Kind is deployment means deployment Kubernetes object will be created. A deployment object will be created. We have given metadata, just name, namespace, and specs under replica set. Only one Jenkins port will be created. Selector match level. Uh, that which have the Jenkins apps label on that this step deployment will be applicable or replica set will be applicable. Then we have given past the templates, like it have the labels, it has specs overlap. We have taken care of the security as that is should be run by as an 1000. Like when you log in into the Jenkins pod or Jenkins inside the container, it will you will log in as a 1000 or like Jenkins user, you will not log in as a root user. So we are maintaining security because if someone log in as we can say that someone logged as root user, it may harm your ports or may harm your storage. Then we have again maintain which we can say uh, a best practice to name the resources or mention the resource quota. Like we have say that you can use up to 1000 M CPU and 2 GI memory, and but its request is only 500. So as per your use case, this part is the must part, and this part is the can go up to. It can give you if it is had resources, it can give you that. But at time of scheduling, it must have that resources. Otherwise, it will not schedule you. Your pod. Then we have given its port. It has the port 8080. It's the internal port, and other one port is 50,000. Okay. JNL port liveness pro we have configured on slash login on 8080 port. 8008 that particular slash login API will be live. It's for initial delay second 90 seconds will taken, and after a period of 10 seconds, it will continuously ping. And if it's found timeouts and 5 times, it will create the particular alert. And then we have readiness pro. Readiness pro, readiness pro checks for the system. Uh, it will help to make the port life like port healthy, and if it get unhealthy, it will restart it due to any reason. A fresh port will be provided here. And volume mounts we have giving the s/s Jenkins home or home workspace of the Jenkins we are mounting is as the volumes mount we are doing as. Then in the Kubernetes deployment, we are using for the security context. We have already tell that local persistent volume storage. Okay, okay. I think we have already applied this deployment YAML. Okay, okay. We can check the deployment status should be checked. It should be up and running. Okay, scale. You see more information about that. It's scale up to 1, and that limits. Here we have given node affinity, so it should get scheduled on node. Okay, there is no information. Let's check. You see it here. DevOps tools. What's the namespace? Okay, you can see that this pod is up and running. If you pass this flag with that, you can see that it's get deployed on that only. Accessing Jenkins using Kubernetes service. Then we have service configured over there, and it's node port 32,000. Okay, no issue. Target port and ports are defined. The Jenkins default port is port 8080. We have to keep the same port as the target port, and it will hit on slash. No issue. Just if you here we have this service.yaml. Now what we have to do, we can write on kubectl apply -f service dot it's created. First we have seen this pod. Now list everything what we have created till. Oh, we have created a pod, a service, deployment. Deployment, if we created the deployment, it will automatically get replica set and automatically collect this Jenkins. Okay. Here you are not seeing the that one clusters role because it's have the clusters for. Okay. Now we can access the kubectl get nodes -o wide. We have all this copy port was 8080. Maybe we need to open the port. I think I need to open this. Whatever, I think I'm doing just a mistake. Why it's not opening? Can anybody get? Should it be a successful at 8080 port? No, it shouldn't be a successful at. Here, what you need to see. Here you have this service here, which is 8080 port is bind with 32,000, and you should hit the 32,000 port. That is your node port. We have three type of service. I think four type of service. One is cluster IP, second one is node port, third one is the load balancer, fourth one is the external. I'm not going to use the external name plus here it said as node IP 32,000 access over here. Then we will ask for the okay kubectl log. It's telling us to run this command. Okay. Then we will find password in uh, the logs. Okay, no issue. Copy it. In deployment, we get random number. When you deploy it as a stateful set, you will get 0 or 1 like that. I think kubectl logs. I think Jenkins namespace is not there. It's DevOps too. It just what it's log saying. Okay, server instance started initially install plugin, prepare all plugins, started all plugin, augmented all extensions, system config loaded all jobs, configuration for jobs, illegal, then administration password. Here you find that password. Okay, you can save that password for further use. You can install the plugins. Then it will start automatically fetching the plugins and installing. You can see that super speed because it's all taking the internet bandwidth from AWS. It's getting completed. Let's see what's been left. You can run that particular command if in the later on time. So conclusion, we will go to conclusion later on. Once plugin loaded, you will get this page. Here you need to enter your username and password and confirm password. Then you enter your full name, then enter your in the last email address. Save and continue. Okay, no need to change password, no need to save the password. Here is the URL address. Leave it as same and continue. Okay, now our UI is ready. And but here you can see that you are finally not secure. It's you see here it's working on HTTP. There is must. It's just a basic setup what we have created. It should be SSL encrypted and entry not through the not port. It should be through the ingress. Maybe some other time if I got good response like getting 55,000 likes in this video, we will post the production level Jenkins deployment. But there are many things which some like clients wants from you in production. Like you have, uh, if you talk about like you have Jenkins, it should have all the plugin whatever required through uh, code only. We should pass this in code and all the plugin will get installed of that version. Version should be controlled. And like here we have installed the Jenkins latest version. We should have control over this and we install particular version with and much. After that, once Jenkins is done, we add our Jenkins job. And there is should be automation with the credentials plus access. Like we have to create that user. All the user get created from code. We make we see these things in nature nearby, and we we to learn we have created through the manifest file, but uh, we should create from help. We will see that later on when it's not for production. You can use uh, helm and there are different projects are available. Now it's setting saying us that we can set up the kubesport as in Jenkins build agent. One more main benefit of using Jenkins here uh, in the Kubernetes is that we have the resource utilized at best. Like we don't have the we, do all this stuff with the worker nodes. And there are if you see here we haven't deployed any worker node till the time. If I show you, we have just a single port of the Jenkins master. We don't have any worker node, and no CI will be run on Jenkins master. Worker pod will be created according to requirement whenever you require to run the CI. And once the CI done, worker will be exited, and your resources will be free. So best uh, usage I found in Kubernetes only. Kubernetes allow you to utilize in the best way. If you deploy SSH agent in the global setup, uh, your resources will be consumed in idle state situation also. Okay, here you can see the Jenkins API through call, and this JNLB 50,000 port uh, which we keep open. At that moment, I didn't talk about that much because now we should talk about that. That port was particularly open for that build agent. They will call API on that port. Whenever you trigger a job, the Jenkins Kubernetes plugin will make an API call to create a Kubernetes agent port, and this agent port is responsible for uh, running your CI. All detail will be going there, and after once it's done, everything will be washed out. Okay, so there are two methods. Uh, a Kubernetes cluster you require some Kubernetes admin user service count running master. This is all we have done. Consider two scenario that might be possible. Like I have a EKS cluster. I've deployed everything on Kubernetes cluster. Like us, you are running the Jenkins inside the cluster, and there might be case your Jenkins is installed on outside. You are managing your Kubernetes cluster. Plus, you are having some services on VM level. You are managing that. So both the scenario can be seen. Yeah, if you see create a namespace, we have already that service count with Jenkins, set up Kubernetes namespace and service count. That we have already done. Then no need to redone again. Jenkins master setup in Kubernetes. Okay, we have already done that. No need to be go to that again. Uh, I think in this service part we have that JNFP. Now fine. Let's HTTP port. I think that much difference. That's container port. Fast in deployment. YAML. That. So we have updated the kubectl apply -x service, or not service account. We just service.yaml. service.yaml. We have already this Jenkins namespace, no issue. Apply. Okay. Let's check. Okay, 50,000 port is open for this node port. Now what's next? Kubernetes plugin. What is the name for that plugin? Kubernetes plugin. Okay. Go to manage Jenkins, plugins, availables, Kubernetes. I think that one second. Manage plugin, available, Kubernetes. Okay. Same what I'm saying. Install without restart. It's just loading the plugin extension, and let's see what we have to do then. Kubernetes, manage Jenkins, manage nodes in cloud. Okay, manage Jenkins, nodes in cloud. Need to configure cloud option. Okay, we have only cloud option. Kubernetes is there. Okay. Select the Kubernetes. Then we have the Kubernetes cloud detail for template. I'm not seeing any testing option there. Yeah, it's done. No need to do much further because I'm using the Jenkins same setup, so I don't have to pay much attention. Jenkins are running inside the same cluster, and Jenkins running out of the same. Jenkins are running inside the same cluster. You just have to. I think namespace was not there when we have configured it, but it's without namespace working because we have that access. So no need to. If you are if you mention the namespace, there should be better practice DevOps tools. And my agent will be deployed there only. Then Kubernetes URL, it's automatic that Kubernetes run credential, no need to explicitly provide. That's the case. If you are running Jenkins server outside the Kubernetes cluster, you need to enter the Kubernetes URL and server certificate key, credential. You have to take care and that you need to use that command to get the secret name. Then user gets secret. You can store base 61, you decrypting it and make the credential out of it. And then you uh, enter these certs here, and then you have to test it and it will succeed. Okay, it's uh, Jenkins URL. Okay, that's Jenkins service DevOps tool SVC cluster log. That should be there. Where it should be updated. Uh, Cloud. Now fine. Now it will work. If you will not put the Jenkins URL right there, it will go to again and again to this. So better we use internet without no need to go over the internet. That's for the. I think that's not it. Let's check. Uh, that's for the. I don't think we have to add the container template uh, for running inside the. Create a new item, freestyle job, demo. Mm. If you that you will get the level, but that's not the good thing because I have to go for the different echo testing. Okay, and build step, execute shell echo. If everything is fine, it will auto redact as per my opinion. It will auto redact the node. And now pipeline is ready. Just our job is ready. We just put build now. It got succeeded. Let's see output. Either we have to pass it dynamically for being the time, then manage Jenkins nodes in cloud. We have to, I think, either pass it dynamically or most of the time I've worked in as a port template, pass explicitly. Jenkins URL we have given. Then Jenkins pod levels, Jenkins agent. In the port template, I need to go. Yeah, that's the port template. Kube agent. Then we have namespace DevOps tools. Label is Kube agent. Okay. Only build jobs with labels expression matching this node. Okay. Container template. Okay, no issue. JNLP. Jenkins inbound agent latest. Okay, sleep, run, what to do with this. Okay, no more configuration here. Saved. Open the dashboard in the new terminal. No, we need to configure it first. And yeah, let's find it. Save. One second, it's given us some. Okay, let's see. Whatever. Okay, it's in pending. Okay, it will take some time to deploy. Let's wait for it. Actually, it will remain in queue. I have done troubleshooting, but there is something issue in it. Uh, delete this, and I think when we defining the port template there is the issue. Here, if you just go some below, you will find the port template which we use in the pipeline. Here is the syntax which is defining the run table port level. But mm, if you find this port level container template GNLP using this image, and it will echo this executor. Let's try this. This will pipeline. Save this. This will just do simple echo command once the where it will under that particular port. Okay. Uh, Here we have the nodes. Can we refresh it? Yeah, a new pod is launched. Yeah, a new pod is launched. Just 2 minutes. Take. Okay, go to its execution. What it's saying that it will create a new template under that template that we have given. That's the manifest from where it got created and it runs successfully that command. So we are able to create the pod as an agent from our we can say pipeline. Here is the multi-container pod template. Let's see. Here we are using the Maven image, Maven 3.8, and we have Python. Two images are there, and we are building a Maven project there, and Go build a Python project. Let's see how it's work. We add one more item. It's pipeline to why it's not working from freestyle. That need to check in the time complete this demo and even this first we are fetching the two images of Maven and Python and creating two pods and under that different pods like here under container Python we are building the Python project and under container Maven we are building the Maven project. Just simple as that. Just run this and if you see now we have to first one look like pipeline, that one, and you see there. Oh shit, I wrongly clicked. I just want to see logs. Unable to put. One second. Is there any issue of that? No. There is an option of replay. Something happening wrong. That particular pattern of multi-code is not working. but when we are running with the single pod, it was working fine. It had created the pod, so might be the issue with the particular image. And it's working fine. So hope you like the video and documentation from DevOps Q. Thanks. Bye. See you in next video.